All right. Question for any of you to answer, really. Games like this where, first time around you win by 16. Today it's a 2-point game. How do you kind of assess those games? Is it, hey, win's a win in conference play? Is it, man, we should have won by more? How do you assess games like this?
I'd say any game that you win in the Big 12 conference, it should be celebrated. And I don't think this UCF team that we played today is the same team that we played the first time. They are playing really, really well right now. I mean, coming off a game of beating Iowa State, someone who just beat us. So I don't think their record reflects the type of basketball team that they are, honestly. So, yeah, I think we, obviously we didn't do everything right, but, games are just going to be like that. But, yeah, I think celebrate any win that you get in this conference because it's just so tough.
Eliza, for you, you were the early spark to the team. Was there something about the matchup today? Was there a feeling you had coming in? What allowed you to be successful?
I just knew we were down a player, obviously, and then that's opportunity for me to step up and our whole team to step up and take that to the next level, and that's what I did tonight. So,
and then again, for any of you, the first quarter went one way, second quarter went a totally different way. Kind of same way in the second half too. How would you, what would you attribute the difference in the quality of play from quarter to quarter today?
I would say obviously we had different things that we were looking for. We weren't really hitting our three-pointers, and Coach Mitty kind of just told us, like, we need to attack the basket. So we had stretches of time where that's all we were doing was we were trying to get downhill and we were trying to attack the basket and not shoot threes. And I think we did a really good job just listening to the game plan, listening to what he told us, and it kind of just got us going, and that carried over onto the defensive side. Especially that second quarter, we just got so many steals, very disruptive, and that's just how we need to play defense for 40 minutes. But we're doing a lot of good things in spurts. We just have to put it together for a whole game.
And then again, for any of you, just the past few weeks have been, there's been a lot going on, whether it's getting Yoki back and losing her again or a couple of losses in close games. Just how has that affected the team mentally? Do you feel like you're the same level of focus as you have been all year? Has that taken kind of a toll?
I would say it's just no matter who we have on the team, like tonight we didn't have Amani either. And, the group of girls that we have going into the game, like, that's just what we have to do. We have to go in and fight. Obviously, it's tough not having Yoki out there. There's no replacing a player like her. So to not have her is really tough. To get her back for a game and then lose her again, it does suck. It sucks, but we just have to keep going and just keep winning and hope that she can come back and join us and just get her healthy. That's really all we're focused on, is just get everybody healthy, Amani, Yoki, and then, towards the end of the season we can be at full health and as strong as ever.
Jalen, how would you define where the team's confidence level is at right now?
I feel like our confidence goes up with every game, just being able to put the pieces together. And we talk about, I feel like I say this in like every interview, but we talk about every day the standard that we want to play to. So I feel like if win or lose, if we feel like we played to the standard that we talk about every day, then I feel like that brings up our confidence. And yeah. I feel like we could have been better in some areas, but yeah, I feel like we were close, not all the way there, so just improving in the little areas that we need to, and then, yeah.
Jim, you talk about the final play. It looked like you got behind their defense, and Serena just made a nice pass there.
Yeah. Truthfully, I didn't think, I either thought that it was going to get blocked or I didn't think that Serena was going to pass it. But then she did. And, yeah, so just being able to kind of, end on a high note of that game on top of everything else that we did well, I feel like that is just kind of like a bonus Yeah, and thank goodness that Coach Minnie just talked to us in the locker room, and he was just kind of like, Zai didn't have to get it in fast, Serena didn't have to throw it, so just things like that kind of just show us like playing together as a team and trusting in each other. So yeah.
Ladies, first of all, congratulations on your win this evening.
Thank you.
Caitlin Clark just broke the scoring record. You all have played her twice this year. Everybody knows about her scoring. But what is one thing that the average fan, the sports fan, doesn't know that she's really good at as well?
I would say, I've played her 3 times now. We played her once last year, twice this year. I would say just obviously everyone knows like how competitive she is. But I think she does a lot of things that people don't notice. She gets a lot of assists. She gets a lot of rebounds, surprisingly. She's not that big. She's not that tall. And that's just honestly just shows how hard she's playing. She doesn't really take plays off. She's playing hard the entire game. And playing her 3 times, she played her butt off the whole game. And she's reaping the rewards of that. So, yeah, I think she's the greatest player I've ever played against, maybe besides Aoka Lee. But, yeah, she's incredible.
Kind of a differently phrased question, Gabby, but regarding Yoki, it seems like you guys have played in tight games and have relative success in winning those tight games lately, and I'm without Yoki in the lineup. And what I'm curious about is just how you felt like this team has been able to grow, and in what areas you feel like this team has been able to grow during this time.
Yeah, it's actually something we just talked about in the locker room. Coach Mitty was kind of just congratulating us on, it's hard to find a way to win close games. And we've done that 3 times now in the past 2 weeks, just finding a way to win, just like that last play with Jalen. Jalen could have not run as hard as she did, and Serena couldn't, just a lot of things that you have to do to win close games. And I think that that's something that everyone on the team is learning, that like when we do get into these crunch time situations, we can find a way to win. And it also just everyone's going to have to elevate their game when we're missing a big piece like Yoki. And I think everyone's done that. Eliza coming in and scoring like every single point of the first quarter we needed that. We needed someone to step up and come in and elevate the game. And I think people are stepping up and doing that.
Eliza, how do you feel like you've grown here in the last couple weeks?
Well, I think I've learned from Yoki a lot, and so that's definitely helped me in the past couple weeks. She's just coaching me on the side. I've grown in just guarding the post and looking at the post. Obviously, I'm playing a 5, but in that area, I've just looked at the post and learned how to play in that area the most.
Awesome. And another question for you, Gabby. The top 16 reveal came out earlier this week and projected top 16 seeds, and K-State's in that. The spotlight's obviously on this team. What would you like the nation to know about Kansas State women's basketball right now?
I honestly, seeing that we were in that top hosting, that's really what we're hoping for. We want to host. I think that we have one of the biggest home court advantages in the country. I think that the K-State fans just continue to show up, game in. Every time we play at home, we feel it. And I think the nation, I don't really care what they think, honestly. But we just got to continue fighting and growing and winning basketball games, and they'll notice eventually the type of basketball team that we have.